A strong woman builds her own world. An ideal example to this is our very own Dr. Sahana Ma'am, co-founder of NammaKPSC. I would like to call upon Sahana Ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you, Niveda. Thank you everyone for gathering here today and sharing this moment of success with all of us. And yeah, actually making it more formal than what we usually do at other functions also, at government functions also. The reason being, I would really like to take this opportunity to take pride in saying how proud we are, how happy we are all to see all the successful students right in front of us today and entering the services. And also it gives me immense pride to see how far NammaKPSC has come from being the website that started off with current affairs and to seeing such successful students today. On that note, here's a small intro or a history of how this idea even came forth and how we stood here today. The journey was definitely not easy. It started as a team of two who started putting current affairs on the website on a regular basis and coming up with ideas going from there. And definitely wasn't easy putting current affairs every day, especially you yourself are not clearing the mains. And on the days when you don't clear mains, on the days when you don't know why you have to keep doing what you do, those were the difficult times and those were the difficult days when we still continued putting forth. It began in 2014 during our interview preparation when we were simultaneously started to prepare for KPSC as well. And started as a crazy idea of one person, Mr. Arjun, and today we see it as an institute that has grown into its glory. And for a long time we kept a lot of initiatives, current affairs and the magazines free of cost, and it ran that way. The only reason, despite the hardship, that we continued to do what we did for a long time was the fact that we used to keep getting messages and mails on NammaKPSC mail and on the website also, personal messages which would say the content is helpful or this particular content helped me clear this exam. And those were like the initial naive and innocent days where we didn't have anything else to do, just to see the number of viewers coming in each day and be happy about that. Those were the days, and nothing can replace that happiness, that childlike happiness that we get just seeing those messages. We used to get a lot of messages, especially from North Karnataka, Hubli, Belgaum, and people asking for Kannada current affairs and things like that, and that just was the word, and your Felicitation. So yeah, and it kept going, and to the extent that the initiatives each, after current affairs, whatever we started doing, magazines or interview manuals, they kind of became so successful that we could hear a lot of our own friends telling us about it. I even remember one of my UPSC interview when I was staying at KB. A friend of mine comes and takes me to her room to show me these many Mahiti Mantri magazines which she is preparing for the interview. And that was the day I felt like, okay, so I was really proud to see a co-aspirant refer to a magazine that we have come out with. And those were the heydays, and one can never forget that. So to start off like that, and I'm very proud that today we stand where we are, and I can see all my students which we took up as the first batch of entire Prelims, Mains and interview program be successful today. It just shows that hard work and commitment, however long it takes, but it does pay off. Someday it will pay off. And especially in a day and age like today, and in the field of civil services preparation. I have seen, or many of us here have served as faculty or prepared. We have seen how tough this exam can get, especially how tough KPSC can get. Especially because, especially if you try to, not compromise on your values, not compromise on your individuality, not compromise on your character, and not join the mad race. If you still want to go through with all this, it really is tough. And I stand here today to tell you guys that NammaKPSC, what it stands today, is just an example of, despite all the obstacles, you will reach your success if you have the passion for it. Because despite all the examples that was in front of us to reach success, we always used to have discussions over all ethical and moral values. Discussions and then only go forward. Maybe, we've had examples where students who are not cleared from our institute come to us and various other reasons to put their names here and things like that. And those are the times when we put our foot down and say, we are talking, we have our students and our students will make us proud, and that is what it requires. That value system, I feel, for a long time has helped us. And today where we stand, also I feel I'm proudly saying that even after moving away from NammaKPSC after my job, today where I see where it is today, despite all the hardships, it stands to its glory, and I'm very proud of that. So with that small and little passionate intro about NammaKPSC, I would welcome all the students, especially the ones right now who are entering the services. I would say welcome to the services, and you definitely are in for a treat. I was just discussing, you can love this job, you can hate this job. You cannot live without this job once you got the taste of it. So, welcome to the services, and I welcome all of you, the rest of the students, and these guys are here to motivate you today. And we have two esteemed chief guests who have cracked the services, and they are here to motivate you. Take all the motivation that you can, because you need this. It's a long journey, and congratulations again.